everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as I promised not too long ago, this week's painting is a commission actually for a pretty good friend of mine. I'm very honored that she had chosen me to create this piece for her, and I'm really excited to share this footage with you guys. So overall, it took me probably close to 10 hours to complete this piece. It's on a 16 by 20 inch canvas with my signature acrylic paint. So I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. Real quickly, before we get too far into the video, I just want to apologize for one, my big head always seems to get in the way of my camera. It's something I'm still trying to learn to be mindful of, but I tend to just lose myself and when I paint and I don't think about it. So yeah, sorry for my head getting in the way at times. Also, I am changing around the area that I choose to do my paintings in, and I'm trying to find the perfect spot in my studio with lighting wise and everything too. So I was sort of experimenting, so forgive the light fluctuations as well here. It was pretty much in between two windows, and I was still using my softbox daylight lamp, but I guess there was a couple times where it got pretty dark, so yeah, sorry guys. The inspiration behind this piece actually came from a photo that my client had really fallen in love with that she found on Pinterest. So I believe it was a Photoshop work. I looked at the piece obviously as I was creating this. She wanted pretty much exactly the same thing, and normally I don't say yes to doing redos or copies in a way of other people's artwork. I feel like that's a big no-no. But this one I was a little bit intrigued by because she gave me a lot of artistic freedom when it came to rendering the design and everything. So I am 100% a believer that copying other people's artwork for the sake of sale is not something that's okay. It's definitely a big no-no in the art community, and it is very, very frowned upon. So when she had told me that she wanted me to paint her this painting, initially I was a little hesitant because I didn't want to, take credit for someone else's work. But then it turned into kind of a self-portrait request. So in a way, yes, I painted the piece that I had seen in the reference photo, but I had also kind of made it into a custom piece in a way. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but for her, it's sort of a self-portrait. So you'll see in a bit, actually, on my phone, you can see the photo of the girl that I used, and I kind of mashed the two together. So yeah, if you guys have questions or you want to see the reference photo, I can definitely link that and show you guys. I'm not sure who the original artist was because this is a photo she had sent to me on my phone. But definitely had fun painting this piece. I've sort of been stuck in a rut lately, and I was exploring color patterns and concepts that I haven't really done in a long time. Since I began this new art career more of as a career, I haven't really painted a lot of things that were, just for me, and the style of the painting, I think you can still tell that it's my work, but it just also has this really fresh, new feeling to it. So if you're an artist and you're planning on doing a commission, a few things that I would suggest to you is, number one, make sure you feel comfortable with the concept that your client is asking you to paint. Be honest. If it's something you feel like you can't do or you feel like it's out of your skill level, then just be honest and tell them that, because it's much better to not get the commission than to have your client expecting something completely different and to not be happy with your work in the end. So yeah, my first suggestion is to make sure that you feel comfortable. The second suggestion is not to copy other people's work. I won't dig too much into that. It's just sort of self-explanatory. For this one, I felt more comfortable taking it on because it turned into a self-portrait and I was able to customize a lot of it. She still wanted the same shirt design and the overall portrait look, but since I was able to add my tweaks, I feel comfortable saying the original idea was not mine, but I'm happy that I was able to add my personal touch to it. So the next thing I would highly advise is to make sure that you come up with a agreement, whether that be a verbal. I actually highly suggest a written agreement. This is something that I create my PayPal invoices and I attached the agreement to, so as soon as they make that initial payment, then they're automatically agreeing to it. And I can talk more in depth on this in the future if you guys want, on the legality and the paperwork and such. But if you guys are also artists and you want an idea of what a commission statement, terms and conditions actually looks like, feel free to look at my website. I have it on my contact page. You can find the link to it at the bottom. And it's just a paperwork that I customized and tweaked from a different draft that I had seen online, and I just adjusted it to my needs and I rewrote it. Don't think I plagiarized it or anything like that, but if you guys want to kind of see what that entails, feel free to check that out and go from there and use that as like a guideline when you're writing your own. And the last tip that I'll leave you guys with, since this video is coming to a close, is to make sure that you're keeping in touch with your client as you're painting, so that you don't end up having to go back and redo things that you've already painted. Just make sure that they're up to date, unless you know they're a client that wants to be surprised, then that's totally awesome. Definitely surprise them. Yeah, but I had been talking to my client throughout the whole process and was showing her pictures and keeping her updated, and we made changes as she saw fit. And overall, I think that she is very happy with this piece, and I'm so excited to send it off to her. It is going to a little town in Georgia. So yeah, I definitely am jealous of the weather going on down there right now, since I'm in Minnesota and it is still snowy and I'm just over it and I want spring. Well, that's all I have, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this painting video today, and if you guys are interested in seeing longer versions and getting just more up-to-date stuff and fun little extras, then check me out on my Patreon. I'll link that below. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. I'll see you next time and keep creating.